Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for, I don't even know what week it is, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's August 2nd. I lost my original piece of paper that I normally, I have to stay very organized because I'm a brainless Pisces. So if I don't have my paper, I don't know what date it is. But I think it's for the week of August 2nd. Doesn't really matter. Tarot is timeless. So it's for whatever that week is. But Taurus, we're going to see what is going on for you this week. We are going to just jump right in here. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you. And in your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your guides. We're also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. If you don't have any questions, that's fine too. I'm going to put them all together as just kind of like a personalish reading. We're just going to see what comes up. But let's see here, Taurus, what we have going on for you at this time. Definitely looking pretty good is what I would say here. You show up in your first row, which is good. You have the 9 of Cups here. The 9 of Cups is a card of wishes, of course, and wish fulfillment, good things coming in for you. You do have the 5 of Wands after the 9 of Cups. I don't think that's a bad thing, but what I would say is that to me, the 9 of Cups is good, but it's just okay. I mean, it's really a card of contentment. It's good for wishes and, getting things you are wishing for, obviously. But it's kind of like a card of contentment. It's like, contentment is great, but I mean, it's like you're in the Minnow Pond here, Taurus. It's like you want more than contentment. You want more than just being happy. And, to me, there's more to life than just 9 of Cups. It's like, the way I think of 9 of Cups is, it's almost like having a big feast, it's like to me, the 9 of Cups represents how you feel after you eat Thanksgiving dinner, if you happen to celebrate Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate, if you have a big feast, right? So it's kind of like that feeling of fullness, and that's what I'm getting here, especially with the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is kind of an energy of maybe desiring more, or it's just kind of like saying there is more that you desire to have. You have the 5 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles here. Again, it's almost like I just get the feeling that you're ready for more. And I feel like the Hierophant is you. The Hierophant, I feel, is talking about continued growth for you here. Again, 9 of Cups, contentment, but it's like it could represent no movement. It could say that you're happy, but it's like you're wanting more growth. I feel like I said this to you in your recent reading. And that's the feeling I get here. Hierophant is always learning. He has 3 levels to his crown, and it kind of represents like 3 stages of something or learning something at 3 levels. So I feel like you're continuing to learn here in life in general, and this is going to make you very successful here with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel you are definitely one of the few signs where it's kind of like your readings lately have kind of like the vibe I've been getting off your readings is it's almost like everything you're doing right now is going to have like a major payoff in the future. And number one, I feel like you need to kind of use that message as motivation because for some of you, 5 of Wands, it's like you could be working really hard and putting in like the sweat equity, as they say right now, where it's like you're putting in a lot of work that's going to pay off in the future. But I feel like you need to see it that way. It's like you need to realize that what you're working on right now, it's like, things are probably good, but it's like you're hoping for more. And I feel like you need to realize that you're building up a balance with the universe. I feel like I said this to you, and you're probably one of your most recent readings. That's really the energy I always get for you. It's coming up in your current general energies. For others, this could be, kind of in love as well. To me, this is a very big picture reading. There really is no love showing up here. That doesn't mean that you won't have love in your life. It just means that, for the most part, my readings are big picture readings. I don't just focus on love. That's all it means. So people always ask me, why don't you focus on love? I'm like, well, if it comes up, I do. But, really, it's like, pretty much if it shows up, it shows up. But again, that doesn't mean you won't have love. Tarot doesn't control your life. But let's see here, Taurus, where this is going. You have the 4 of Cups here. Wanting more, like exactly what I felt on that 5 of Wands there. It's like, the reason I know this is because, again, to me, the 9 of Cups followed by something like the 5 of Wands is definitely a clue. 9 of Cups is a good card, but, to me, having like a kind of challenging card, I don't really consider the 5 of Wands to be a challenge, but, it kind of is. And I would say that, having a card like that after the 9 of Cups really just represents, kind of the reason you're conflicted is because you know that there probably is more. Or it's like, why stop growing? You know, it's like life is about growth, so why not continue to grow? Really, there are no finish lines in life. I feel like school teaches us that we have to reach some sort of finish line that doesn't exist. I feel like this is why people get stressed out and get anxiety, because it's like they're always trying to get to something that doesn't exist. Maybe you're realizing that, and maybe you're just getting comfortable with just growing, just seeing where things go. You have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, what did I say? Learning. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness, so I would just keep learning whatever you're learning about here. And the Page of Swords, be curious at this time. I feel like you just need to be curious about opportunities that are coming your way, or any current opportunities that you're working on right now, because they're going to lead to something. It's interesting to have the Magician as your center card. It's like if I go this way, the Magician leads to the Judgment card. If I go this way, it leads to the Queen of Pentacles. Literally saying that whatever skill you are learning at this time, or if you're working on a new skill right now, Taurus, then this is going to be your like inner calling, and it's going to lead to a lot of resources. You know, that's a down and dirty way to read tarot right there. So I love it. If you're not learning a new skill, I would say now would be clearly a good time to learn a new skill, something that is going to be very useful. People, and by the way, I'm going to do more videos on this. You know, I know I keep saying that, but what you don't know is I have my other studio over here, and I'm working on a bunch of other videos for my other channel and stuff. And, you know, if you don't know, like, I feel like people ask me, like, what are good skills to learn? What I would say is just based off the astrology, anything that includes, like, networking, building networks with people, social media, doing social media things, and be on the lookout for any new things as well. And what I mean by that is like new inventions, new technologies, new companies that come out. So if you're looking for a job, just look for something new. I know that sounds obvious, but you know, it is. I would be looking for a brand new company, or look for companies that are like a new technology or something like that that has just come out. But also anything having to do with networking, building a network, any creative work, definitely for sure in the future. And, you know, again, so this is if you're looking for a career. If you're looking to have a business, again, you know, any of those things would be very beneficial. And again, I would focus on, you know, anything where that's going to benefit other people as well. Because again, I think we're entering to this time where we're kind of like building up like equity with the universe, like I said, where it's like we're going to get paid back, but the more equity we can create, the better. So that includes, you know, creating abundance for other people. And I kind of get that here. So if you're doing that, good. You know, I feel like it's going to make you very successful. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Life is a Mystery card. So this is the Bobcat spirit. I feel like you need to trust the things that you're hearing at this time. So I feel like you could be, and what I mean by hearing is intuitively, I feel like you could be kind of picking up vibes off of certain things. I would just, you know, kind of I feel like saying allow your vibes to be your guide. You have the Queen of Wands here, the Magician, and the Eight of Swords. What's unexpected is how valuable, you know, a skill that you're developing might be here, Taurus. So again, the Magician is a card of hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. Queen of Wands is like wholehearted energy. So it just says, if you go all in, the Magician is pointing to the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like what it's saying is like, unexpectedly, you could be gaining resources, meaning money, or it doesn't even have to be money. It could be love, time, whatever, you know, based off of some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have. I really get this sense that something is hidden here, Taurus, with the Eight of Swords, where it's like you have a skill, but it's kind of like behind a wall, I feel. So for some of you, this reading to me is saying, like, what's unexpected is inside of you. It's not really hidden. It's not really unexpected, but I feel like you have it, maybe to other people, you have a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability. But there is like a barrier with this Eight of Swords. So it's something that needs to be let out here. I feel like you're kind of going through this cycle with the Magician as well. It's like a death and rebirth cycle. So it's like maybe like maybe you have a skill in life, but maybe you've tried it before and it didn't work out. Four of Cups, thinking the grass is going to be greener when it wasn't. I almost get this sense that you're trying something again, which I also feel like I said to you recently here, Taurus. So, you know, kind of like a continuing message going on here. Let's see. You have the King of Swords here. I do feel like some of you, again, if you want love, I feel like there is, well, those cards are popping out. Two of Pentacles and King of Wands. But I do feel like there's love that's available to you here. I feel like saying you're looking for something less serious as far as love is concerned. I don't think that means that you're not looking for something serious. I feel like you're looking for a person who isn't too serious, meaning it's like maybe you've dated a bunch of hard asses in the past. I feel like you're looking for someone who's like a little more playful, a little bit more fun, a little bit more, who wants to have a good time. And again, that doesn't mean they're not serious. I just feel like it means they're not like too serious, basically, is what I'm getting here. I feel for some of you, you could be stuck as far as abundance is concerned. Again, I feel one quick solution would be creating abundance for somebody else here with this energy. Yeah, not really sure what direction to go in, and the Eight of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. Eight of Swords twice is like, being too close to an issue. I always say Eight of Swords is my card of being stuck up against a wall. But what you don't realize is the wall is only this big. It's only as big as your face. So it's like, Eight of Swords is like being too close to an issue. I feel for some of you, it's like doing something for other people could be very beneficial, especially, this is for those of you that are stuck, right? If you're stuck, like sometimes I think we get stuck and we can't, we're like not making money. I always tell people it's like create abundance for someone else. Go do something for someone else, like, someone that you know, or go volunteer your time. It's a great way to get more abundance because again, if you're creating abundance for other people, then it's just going to come back to you. So I feel like any of those things would be, just a good thing for you to do is like, giving of your time. Obviously, don't do this in a toxic way because, as always, to me, giving can be toxic if you're doing it too much. But what I would say is like creating abundance for other people would be a good idea for you right now if you're trying to get unstuck. For others, I feel like you just need to focus. I feel like this is saying don't give up on some sort of idea. I said this to you in one of your last readings. I keep seeing you with clay. Taurus, like you have an idea for a lot of you, Ace of Pentacles here, something that could be very successful. It wouldn't really surprise me if a lot of you were trying to become more independent with Uranus and Taurus, of course. And so I see you trying to develop something here, and it's like a piece of clay. I feel like you just need to realize it just needs to be worked a little bit longer, a little bit more, whatever idea you have. I always tell people, it's like the most successful companies in the world, it's like a lot of them didn't originally start out as what they are right now. It's like Amazon, originally just selling books. Amazon is now selling everything, and you buy everything from Amazon, right? So it's like, that's what I mean by working clay. It's like, I feel like you're at this stage in your life where it's like, you have an idea, it's a good idea, but it just needs like a little bit more work. It just needs to be reworked a little bit. And if you do that work, I feel like you'll be very successful is what this reading is saying. Next, in the area of any messages from your guides, you have the forgiveness card. I feel like you need to forgive yourself. You're putting too much pressure on yourself here with the Ten of Wands. I see it very clearly. So wherever you are putting pressure on yourself, I feel like you need to release that pressure. You could be being too hard on yourself. You could be blaming yourself for something. Whatever it is, I feel like you're putting too much pressure on yourself. So you have the Judgment card, the Ten of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles. In a lot of ways, I like that the Judgment card is showing up here. I feel like your guides are saying that you're waking up from this Ten of Wands energy, and I feel like you're understanding like why you experienced burdens that you went through. But I feel like you need to, again, not beat yourself up over something here. I do feel like you're increasing your resources, and your guides want you to know that. With this Queen of Pentacles energy, I feel like there are rapid changes that are coming in for you here. I also feel like, remember what I was saying about listening, but I feel like you're listening to like vibrations, like feelings that you have with that Judgment card. Let's see. Yeah, you have the Three of Cups here as well. Could be other people that you could be listening to. I do get that energy here. I kind of said that earlier, where it feels like other people are involved in your reading. This would be a good thing. Again, it could be you helping other people, because that popped into my head as like a good way to create abundance. But this could also be like other people could be giving you ideas for your business, or could be helping you grow in some way. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, again, major abundance coming in for you, and the Justice card, balance. In a lot of ways, I feel this is just like the universe saying, hey, we're going to be giving, remember what I was saying about sweat equity, right? It's like, I feel you have been building up a balance with the universe. You're not the only sign that I feel this for, and it's like you're about to get your check from the universe, but I feel like, it's like saying, don't stop. Build that check up bigger and bigger and bigger here. And again, I gave you some ideas on how to do this, but, again, I feel like helping other people would be a good idea. If there are people in your life who need assistance or help, that would be great. Volunteering your time, doing something nice for someone or for people in general is a great way to, build up equity here with the universe. It's a great way to create more abundance and things like that as well. So anything you can do like that would be a good idea. I also feel like feeding something are the words that are popping into my head with that justice card. It makes sense. Justice to me is cause and effect. It just basically says if we want to be successful, we need to feed that beast, whatever it is. It's like, I always tell people that if you want to be successful in business, it's like just learn about it. Read a book about business. It's like you're feeding the right side of the scale when you do that. If you want to get healthy, learn about being healthy. If you want to be in love, learn about love, right? Not enough people do it. It's like, what do most people do in love? They just get into a relationship. Nobody learns how to have a successful relationship. So, what I would say is if you can do that, then you're going to be a lot more successful than anybody else. And so that's what I would say here. This looks really good, though, Taurus. I like where it's going. I do feel like something is being revealed here, I want to say, as well. Right here, 8 of Swords, twice. It's not very clear to me. I always get this feeling where it's like there's something inside of you that needs to come out. I think I said this to you in one of your recent readings. I was talking all about Black Moon Lilith, and I was saying that Black Moon Lilith and Leo, this energy, it reminds me of Black Moon Lilith and Leo. Black Moon Lilith and Leo is like needing to be an actor. It's like needing to learn how to be an actor, needing to learn how to act. And that's not 100% accurate, by the way. Taurus, feel free to read about Black Moon Lilith and Leo. There's plenty of resources online. But that's like the energy here. It's like about needing to learn how to have fun. It's like a lot of people who have Black Moon Lilith and Leo, actually, there are some really great actors who have Black Moon Lilith and Leo, but they have learned how to deal with the energy. And so what the hell does that mean? Usually people who have Black Moon Lilith and Leo, like me, are terrible actors because it's like there's something, it's almost like that fear of, being childish, the fear of being judged, the fear of, whatever, right? And needing to kind of heal that energy. And so it's like if you can learn how to have that childlike joy in your life, then you could be a very good actor with Black Moon Lilith and Leo. You might not be Black Moon Lilith and Leo, but I'm getting that energy here of it's like there's something inside of you where it's almost like you are more critical of it than anybody else would ever be. And this is like some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that I believe you have here, Taurus. And it's almost like it's like you are the person that is judging it. Nobody else is. And that's what you need to realize. We're going to do 3 yes or no question cards here. 1, 2, and where is it? 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. If you don't have questions, that's fine too. I'm going to put them all together. For question number 1, you have the 3 of Pentacles. I would say yes. Teamwork makes the dream work, of course, Taurus. For question number 2, I would say no. 10 of Swords, worst card in the deck. So I would say no. And for question number 3, I would say yes if you can focus. I feel a lot of scrambled energy with the 7 of Cups based off of whatever. So if you're asking a question for question number 3, I feel like it's like saying yes if you're not going to second guess yourself. I keep getting something about second guessing yourself over here, so I'd say don't second guess yourself. Putting this all together, I do feel for some of you that you need to, again, get away from the scrambled energy that I'm feeling over here. 3 of Pentacles could pull you up from this 10 of Swords energy. It's almost like this reading is saying, hey, if you're feeling stuck, there are other people who can provide you with a very solid plan. These people might be literally people you talk to. It could also be someone you watch on TV. It could be someone you watch on YouTube. So again, do your research, but 3 of Pentacles is a solid plan. I feel like for those of you, again, right here, I feel like there's like a formula of success, right? And in any area of your life. I feel like you just need to pick one and stick with it is what this reading is saying here, Taurus, for you. So it's like, again, in successful relationships, people who have successful relationships, they do certain things. Follow the formula is what this is saying. I do get a second guessing energy, but don't do that is what I would say. But amazing reading. I love this, Taurus. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. But thank you, Taurus, and definitely enjoy your week.